Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video, and today the global tournament grind continues. We are at 20 wins and 2 losses, and we are going to be continuing with Xbow Cycle. So, in the last video I was able to get 20 wins with 3.0 Xbow Cycle, and as you can see I played against some really hard matchups, various hard counters, Hog Rider Earthquake cycle, Logbait with Cannon Cart and Rocket, another Hog Rider Earthquake deck, and I did also include my 2 losses in that video. So, if you missed it, I will link that video in the description below, where I went from 15 to 20 wins with 3.0 Xbow Cycle. But today we're going to be continuing the grind, and I think it is finally time to be switching to Archer Queen, because I think archers are just really weak in the meta right now, like unbelievably weak, and it was really hard last time, and I'm facing a lot of hard counters now, so I'll need all the extra firepower I can get. If you guys are playing in the global tourney, I would highly recommend this deck as the best Xbow deck. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Going to be shooting for 25 wins if we can do it, and let's get right into the matches. Alright, so let's kick things off and look for our first match of the day, as I find it right away against a Japanese player. So we are going to be using Archer Queen again, like I said, and I think it should help out quite a lot. We do see a Fire Spirit, and that probably means it's already going to be an Earthquake deck, either Hog Earthquake or Royal Hogs Earthquake. I'm just going to go E-Spirit. As you can see, I was still able to get the chain onto the tower from the skeletons, and then I'm just holding my Tesla in the anti-Earthquake placement. He's going to go for a mini peck on the back, so okay, I think it could be Hageku, but like a very off-meta version. Not really off-meta, because Hageku is very good, but yeah, it's going to be like a different version with mini P.E.K.K.A, Ice Golem, and he does Earthquake my Tesla. So going to wait for the Earthquake to finish ticking and then go for skeletons on the Hog. Go for E-Spirit to predict his own skeletons, and Queen is going to be on tower. So that's really nice. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to use the ability there. But I think I might Xbow because he did just go Hog Earthquake, which means they're both going to be out of hand. And I should be in a really good spot. So he's going to go mini P.E.K.K.A. I can block with a Knight. He goes for the Earthquake, and this should be a really nice connection, actually. Yeah, because he should be really low on Elixir. He goes for the Fire Spirit. I went for Skeletons to kind of anticipate the Fire Spirit in case my Knight died. And yeah, we're going to get a really nice connection. So against Hageku, don't panic when they go Hageku in single. You can actually just punish them for it like I did just now. I'm going to go Queen at the bridge because he should have a pretty awkward cycle, actually. And he does have a Valkyrie, so I was expecting maybe Ice Golem. I think Valk would help out, actually, for us, because Ice Golem is going to be 2 Elixir, Valk is 4. Ice Golem gives them a faster cycle, so I'll definitely take the slower cycle, even though Valk is annoying, of course, to deal with, but I think it's better anyway. So, also notice how I'm going opposite lane against Hageku. Going to be another hard counter. Kind of funny how I was just talking about how I'm getting a lot of hard counters and we get it right away. But anti-Earthquake Tesla placement right here is going to be key against any Earthquake matchup, and as you can see, even though he goes for the Quake on the tower, I can still fully defend with the Tesla. Might go for Xbow again, actually, because he did just waste his Earthquake again, though it looks like double Elixir might save him, because he's going to be, yeah, he's going to have another influx of Elixir. He's going to log this Hog back, and if he doesn't Earthquake this, actually, or log it, it's going to get another connection. So yeah, kind of a bad Earthquake, or not really bad, but an Earthquake forced out of him on a very low HP Xbow, and he goes for a mini P.E.K.K.A, actually pretty well played. Wasn't expecting it, so I guess I should have popped Queen ability early, but now I'm just going to Fireball Cycle. You'll see this a lot as a trend in Hageku matchups. Going to go Tesla. I did misplace it by 1 tile, actually just slipped over by a bit. Just going to go E-Spirit to make sure I don't take a Hog hit for that. And mini pick up the bridge, very aggressive. Fire Spirit 2 to predict the skeletons, I guess, well played. But Queen coming down, gonna pop ability just to keep her alive, and go for the Tesla again, and Queen should help out against this Hog too. And I can actually counter push with my Archer Queen, although she is pretty high up already, so I guess there's no point. And Valkyrie forced out anyways, so not gonna complain about that too much. Just gonna go Knight in the right lane to kind of predict his Hog push. And then gonna go Skeletons, and there's the Hog, anti-Earthquake Tesla, bread and butter, gonna go for it again, and Queen opposite. Notice I'm going for Queen in the left instead of in the right, because I want it to counter push. Unfortunately, mini P.E.K.K.A gets a hit on my Queen, but still gonna go for another Xbow, pop ability, and well played, he goes for the Valk opposite lane, actually. So what I'm gonna do is do a trick here, where I pull the Valk out of Xbow range, and he goes for a Hog. He's gonna go Skelly's Knight, and Hageku comes in. My Xbow does get some damage, but okay, actually the skeletons might have been a mistake then, because I did take Valkyrie damage on my tower. That was kind of my bad. And I guess not the best Xbow. Gonna go Fireball and then Log to try and force something to happen though. And Okay, he got the hog down at the very last second, so if he didn't get the hog down in time, that would have been a really nice connection, and that's what you have to do in these Earthquake matchups. You have to kind of take out their troops at the last second where they won't really expect it, so that you can maybe force an Xbow connection, but you're going to pop Queen ability here, and one thing you'll notice is that Queen cannot die to Earthquakes, and I'm just going to switch to a Spell Cycle kind of game plan, and he predicts my Xbow with a hog, but I've long moved on from my Xbow plan. Definitely just going to Spell Cycle now and try and keep my Queen on the map so I can keep the Spell Cycle. Notice how I was abusing her for the 3-card cycle. Huge ability, or huge kind of benefit of having the Archer Queen down is the 3-card cycle. And now I can just go for a Fireball, pull the Hog away with the Tesla, which is going to be very far, cycle back to another Tesla. He's cycling very aggressively, just going to go for it very high, and Fireball, that's going to be the game. So going to give the Global Tourney emote because that was another hard counter. But we were able to win by applying good opposite lane pressure and using the Queen effectively, and also punishing his mistake in single elixir, which you definitely want to do against any Hog Earthquake player that overcommits. Alright, so let's look for the next match. I did take a bit of a break since the last one because I didn't want to play against the same player twice. I did also do some of my back exercises, so I feel pretty nice. But we are into the next match against Santillan. It goes for Archer Queen at the bridge first play, just going to Fireball it back. And ability comes down, so going to go for a Low Knight. Unfortunately, I don't have any cycle cards in hand, or I would have loved to go for either E-Spirit or Skeletons. You can fully counter a Queen with a Fireball plus any of your cycle cards, but I had to go for a Knight there. And he goes for a Cannon, so it is going to be Royal Hogs Earthquake, another one of the hard counters. It's kind of funny that we get hard countered again, but like I said in the last match, you can't spend too much time mulling over the fact that you got hard countered. You have to focus on how you can outplay this matchup and win. And he goes for an Earthquake on my E-Spirit, which I guess is a way you can kill the E-Spirit, but interesting because I have Xbow. Goes for Queen in the back. Going to go for an Xbow because he did just cycle his Cannon. He doesn't have Cannon in hand, so he has to go for Royal Hogs or just let my Queen take out his Queen. Going to pop ability here. And he goes for the Quake, but doesn't have enough elixir to pop the Queen ability, it seems. And my Queen's also going to be on his tower, so that's going to be a huge burst of damage for us. Really nice. We're going to be up about 1,000 damage. And so, really nice start. And again, like, these players, we are getting hard countered, but they're playing really weird. And you can cycle Earthquake at the start. It's going to be such a good card that you can just do that, but he cycled the Queen in the back, which I disagree with, and he's not playing anything, so gonna go for an Xbow. I think he's gonna be really low in elixir, and just gonna pressure him a bit because he should be down since he's not playing anything. Goes for a low cannon. I do have Fireball ready if he goes for Royal Hogs, but he's doing the smart play and just stalling out the Xbow and getting an Earthquake, so I'm still gonna be up 1,000 damage. Maybe it wasn't the best idea to do that since I did also take Earthquake damage. That's why this is such a hard counter, because Earthquake Log just fully destroys the health of the Xbow, just unbelievable. But we should still be in a very good situation to win this match. And now what I'm going to do is probably not go for any more Xbows, at least in the right. Going to go for a low Tesla. Don't even need to go end to Earthquake because he did just use his Earthquake on my Xbow. And yeah, I don't think I should Xbow because he's just going to get free Earthquake value in the same lane. I'm just going to start spell cycling, so he plays the Far Spirit, and something as simple as that, I'm just going to Fireball it. Skeletons to tank his Queen a bit, get one more hit on his Queen with my own, and to Earthquake Tesla here, and protecting my Tesla from the Queen with my Knight. E-Spirit to make sure the Fire Spirit doesn't jump onto everything as well, and his Queen's basically dead, so just have to cycle back to a log, and the Queen is going to be dead. So, really nice, and notice how I can just pre-cycle anti-Earthquake Teslas, and also go for Queen same lane, because see, this is where I really love the Archer Queen. In Earthquake matchups, you can just go for the Queen in the lane, and it'll just deny it. And Earthquake is one of the only downsides of Earthquake is that it doesn't do much damage to higher HP troops. So against the Queen, it's not really going to do a lot. So another end to Earthquake Tesla, and Queen just camping out, and I am just using the 3-card cycle again to cycle back to whatever I need and spell cycle slowly but surely. Goes for another Royal Hogs, so now I'm going to have to Fireball and E-Spirit. Pretty well played of him just pressuring, but you do have many answers. You can go for Fireball, or anti-Earthquake Tesla, or even something like Queen Log Skeletons. You have lots of ways. But just going to spell cycle again, reset with the anti-Earthquake Tesla. Goes for Queen at the bridge, so that should actually get basically fully countered by the Tesla. Yeah, it has to pop ability, and then I can just go for a low Queen and high Skeletons, and Queen's on the map again, so I can just Fireball. I'll get back to it very soon, and he's giving the yawning emote. I don't know why, when he played this matchup pretty badly, to be honest. He just did everything wrong, no offense to him, but goes for an Earthquake, pretty desperation. Earthquake, I would say. Now he's in range of 2 logs and a fireball. Let's get the spell cycle ready and just finish him off. So another win, 2 hard earthquake counters in a row, unfortunately, but we were able to win. So really nice that I was able to, and I do think it's the power of the queen that helped out big time there, where I would have been in a harder spot if I had archers. Okay, an interesting start to the video with 2 really hard counters. Gonna go for the next one, and hopefully our luck picks up from here on, because I'd rather not play against Earthquake every single game, but also not too surprising, because Earthquake's just so good in the meta right now, and it is very bad for Xbow, which does kind of suck. But into the next one against a Chinese player, and he's not cycling anything, so it could be an indication of a heavier deck, or maybe a beatdown deck. Goes for an Ice Whiz, so maybe Splash Yard. Graveyard, and he didn't want to cycle anything, which is understandable. Just going to Fireball, though, to force something else out. Goes for an Eye Drag, so I'm going to go for a Queen here, and Eye Drag, I think it's still going to be Graveyard, but maybe a different version than maybe a Freeze version, as the Freeze does come down. So I'm going to go E-Spirit to make sure my Queen doesn't just fully die, but pretty smart Freeze on his end to take out my Queen, and I'm still going to pop the ability here, because he's going to be forced to respond to it. Even though it's only on 1 HP, you can see that it'll actually survive, and yeah, Tornado's forced out. It's just an easy +2 trade. You might think it's worth it to just let the queen die in that case and not waste elixir on the ability, but it will force a response, and that's just an easy +2 trade. So as long as you don't mess the timing up, you will definitely be able to pressure more with a 1 HP queen. And he goes for a baby dragon, so going to go for a queen again this time, and it should get taken out actually, so he's going to be forced to respond to this afterwards too. And we should be in a really good spot from here on out. Goes for a bowler, so we're going to go Xbow opposite right away. And yeah, it is going to be the bowler version of Graveyard Freeze. Valkyrie as well, so I think he does have Ice Whiz instead of E-Whiz. I'm used to this version with E-Whiz, but it should be the same Graveyard Freeze deck, and should be a pretty good matchup finally. Gonna log this Valk back, and Queen is also on the tower. Goes for a last second Ice Whiz on the Archer Queen, but he should be very low in elixir actually, so gonna go for an Xbow at 6 elixir, because he's going to be forced to respond, and he should have a pretty bad cycle right now, and he should be low in elixir as well. Yeah, he has to go for an Eye Drag. Just going to reset with an E-Spirit to keep up my Xbow connection, and then I can just kill it with skeletons on my side, distract it. That's just an easy +2 trade, and I knew he wasn't back to bowler, so cycle counting very important in that situation, and just going to reset with a Tesla, and we have a huge lead. So in these kinds of Graveyard Freeze matchups and just general clunky decks, you definitely want to take advantage and make the most out of single elixir if possible, because their cycle is going to be pretty slow. You can outcycle them, but going to go for a Queen ability here. E-Spirit Knight to try and protect my Queen. Unfortunately, E-Spirit dies, so I can't get the retarget, but Fireball will still clean up, and I can still go for an Xbow. Actually, Queen is alive, and I thought he wouldn't be back to bowler. Okay, not going to pop ability, because he's back to it now, and it will definitely take out the Queen, but I still get 2 nice hits in. Gonna let this Xbow die, because there's no point trying to defend it when he has Valk Inferno coming down. It's just not worth it. So this Tesla placement is what you want to use if you want to support your Xbow, but you want to let your Xbow die. So not Tesla at the bridge, but just a bit lower. So take note of that, and I can reset with another Queen, and just Fireball the Ice Wizard. Actually, he's giving me value. And he's getting very dangerously close to spell cycle range, actually. So I don't know about that Ice Wizard. Gonna pop Queen ability, which should take out the bowler. And he really doesn't have many great Queen responses in this deck. Fully takes out the bowler, just insane. Now might be his first Graveyard push, I think, because he does have... Yeah, he has these tanking. We're just going to Fireball, Skeletons, and then against this kind of situation, you want to save your Log. So notice how the Skeletons are clumping up, but Log will just take care of everything, and E-Spirit at the end as well. That's how you want to clean up a Graveyard push. That's going to be GG. Yeah, he Tornadoes the king. He knows as well. So just going to finish it off. But yeah, against Graveyard, especially if I don't have 3 Xbow Cycle with Archers, you just want to save your Log and E-Spirit after Skeletons clump up, and you should get a really nice... Log to take out all the skeletons afterwards. So that's the strat you want to use against Freeze, and keep up the pressure because their defense is pretty fragile without a big spell. So I was able to keep up pressure, and he really couldn't kill my Tesla, Xbow, or Queen on offense. So let's keep it going as we search for the next match, and I think queue time is starting to catch up to us because of the fact that we are getting higher up in wins. So, you know, past 20 wins, there are obviously going to be less players playing, so it will take longer, but we do finally find a match against Eddie M, Gonna see what I have, and I think I can just go E-Spirit. He gives the good luck, so gonna give it back. And yeah, like I've said in many videos before, E-Spirit as a starting play is very good with this deck. You will either get damage for free like I did just now, or they'll activate King and you'll find out what they have, or they'll just block and not let you activate King and you'll still find out a bit more about what they have. And okay, I cycled my Queen. He goes straight away for a Lumberjack Balloon opposite lane. Very aggressive there, but Queen should help out against this Balloon actually. Yeah, really nice. Don't even need to Fireball. And he will be forced to respond to this Queen on his side, so I don't want to pop ability right away, in case he does go for a Tornado, but goes for a Bowler instead. He's going to pop ability. Should take out pretty much the entire Bowler. Yeah, Bowler gets taken out. Going to go for an Expo because Lumberjack and Bowler are both out of cycle, so he's going to be forced to go Inferno Dragon. Yeah, or E-Drag, which, or Baby Dragon. They have one of those, pretty sure, but going to go for a Knight. I like to kite Inferno Dragons backwards like this, which is really nice because not only do you keep your Knight alive, but prevent the Inferno from getting damage on your tower, but also you get to pull it back and threaten damage on his side. But that was a really well played Lumberjack by him, which forced me to go for a Queen and obviously kept my Knight in place. Usually my idea with that Knight is going to be to pull the Inferno all the way back, but that was a really well played freeze by him actually, to not let any Queen shenanigans happen, just fully take out the Queen. And freeze is actually going to be a pretty decent card against Queen on defense, I would say. But I was considering X-Bowing. I don't think I will because I think he is back to Bowler, and he might be like one away or something, but I'm not counting for sure, so I don't want to take the risk basically. But he's going to leak now, so I guess I'll just cycle another Knight and see what he plays into it. Goes for a Bowler in the back, so going to go for an X-Bow again. He's going to be forced to go for a Lumberjack. Or I guess he's back to I-Drag. I didn't expect him to cycle back so fast, but I guess he went for the Barb Barrel as well, which is only 2 elixir. So the cycle isn't that bad with Barb Barrel and then some 4 elixir cards, but Queen should take out basically all of this. He goes for a LumberLoon opposite, just going to go Tesla. This is the placement you want to use against a Balloon. 4 tails down from the river will work out. He goes for a Fireball, so what I'm going to do here is a little trick, where if they freeze your Tesla, you can pull it back, and okay, that was really cool actually, because he NATO'd my Queen backwards, but it actually came in to help out with the Expos. That was just a perfect sequence, and yeah, he's going to give the crying emoji. That's basically going to be it, because that was the Expo connection to solidify the game. Now I can just reset with a center Tesla, and for this, if you center Tesla against Balloon, you can just pull it into your Tesla with a Fireball. Unfortunately for me, he does a good job of taking out my Tesla, so I'm going to have to go for a late Tesla of my own here and then cycle back to defend. I'm going to be down elixir actually, it looks like, but we should be fine after that. And I'm going to go for a Knight far away if possible. Okay, looks like kind of messed it up because yeah, he can go for a Tornado, which is going to be a good play by him to get damage, but still obviously not going to be enough. I mean, his tower's very low, very soon going to be in spell cycle range, so just reset with a Tesla in the left this time. No need to put it in the middle since he's probably going to go push in this lane. And now I can get some really nice Fireball value. So in this LumberLoon matchup, another big key is going to be good Fireball value, I would say. And I can just go for an Expo and that should be game because I have a Queen supporting. Yeah, he NATO's my King just like the last player. Gonna be GG. He gives the good game as well, so being a good sport. Gonna say well played, good luck, because he did play pretty well. He knew some good tricks. I just have a good matchup, honestly, but also gonna wish him good luck for the rest of his tournament. But yeah, really nice win, and matchups are looking up, so really thankful for that. That's gonna put us at 24, so 1 away. Okay, so let's look for the final match. If we're able to win this one, we will be at 25 wins, and we haven't lost yet so far, so if we do win, it'll be a really nice video, undefeated. But we find the match against Frozen Lemon from Blue Coin. I actually really like that clan name, and he's giving the WoW, so maybe he recognizes me, but gonna give the WoW back, I guess. And Eastbird at the bridge, I've talked about this, very good play, just do it, gives you a lot of intel, and he goes for a Valk at the bridge, which I would say is pretty aggressive, actually. I wasn't expecting Valk at the bridge. And Queen opposite, actually, just gonna Fireball it back. And then Xbow, because I have a Knight supporting, and Valk Queen makes me think it's going to be Xbow or maybe Mortar. And he goes for a Rocket, so I get some nice Xbow damage. And looks like it's going to be Queenbow, actually, so he's going to have Xbow Archer Queen himself with, I guess, Rocket, the Rocket version. So going to go Queen at the bridge because he doesn't have Valk or Rocket in cycle, and he NATO's back, which is why I didn't go for ability right away. as I actually messed up the ability myself. He messed up his earlier, which is why his queen just got taken out. But I messed mine up too. I would have gotten a lot of damage actually if I didn't mess that up. But anyway, just gonna go Eastward up the bridge. I doubt he wants to go for a Valk again, and he doesn't have skeletons in cycle or log, so doesn't have a great way to stop that actually. So just really nice chip damage to accentuate my lead. Just gonna go for a log again, and we are up about 600 damage in single, which is just a really good starting point, honestly, especially in a matchup like this. Goes for a defensive Xbow, which I guess is pretty smart, because for him, his game plan is probably just to survive until double and triple, where it definitely becomes his matchup. It's probably his matchup anyways, but since he does have the rocket, the later on elixir modes do favor the heavier deck, obviously, because I have fireball, he has rocket. Goes for queen in the back. Actually not sure what to do here. I think I'll go for a knight. Yeah, I'm not very experienced in Queenbow mirror matchups, actually, so I don't know if I'm playing it perfectly, but just gonna queen after his queen locks onto my knight so that my queen doesn't die to his, and then pop ability and log, which should basically fully take out this entire push, and then E-Spirit maybe to predict skeletons, and he goes for a log, so well played, I guess. Goes for skeletons, which actually one goes off to the side, so I get a nice queen connection on tower for one hit. Gonna Xbow and knight to protect against his defensive Xbow. Goes for a Tesla. Gonna go skeletons, Tesla of my own against his Tesla. And, okay, looks like I actually misplaced my Tesla, because if I played it correctly a bit over, I would have gotten way more damage than that. But that's still fine. I still get a few hundred damage. Nice connection. Gonna go for knight. Hopefully I can get it down, as I get it down just in the nick of time before his Xbow locks onto mine. So really nice there. Knight should be tanking still, and let's see what he goes for. Goes for a low Valk. Just gonna go for a queen, I think, to DPS it down, and it should help out against a Tesla too. Yeah, he goes for a Tesla. So actually well played tornado by him, making sure the Tesla locks onto my Xbow. But my queen is still going to be alive opposite, so going to pop ability here, which should pressure. Yeah, he predicts my Xbow in the left, but I wasn't planning to go for one until that sequence kind of finished. But going to log his queen back and skeleton just to make sure it doesn't get any damage on my tower. We are up about 1,000 damage, so really nice start to this match. Just going to keep up pressure. The momentum's definitely in my favor. So going to go for a knight as I get it down just in time before his Xbow connects. I'm going to go queen. Thankfully, that was a nice tornado by him, but thankfully my queen still stalls out for his Xbow. Going to pop ability here and log as well. And actually he defends pretty well, but we are going to be up about 1,200 damage, so really good position, I would say. Just going to defensive Xbow. Yeah, he predicts my Xbow, but I'm definitely like in the driver's seat, so I can just sit back and defend now and just make sure the queen doesn't lock on. I went for E-Spirit Skeletons. If he didn't play the ability in time, that just would have fully countered the queen. Going to pressure with the queen of my own now because I don't want him to get any kind of offensive sequence. Goes for a rocket, which is really good for me actually, because I can go for an Xbow now, and he won't have rocket in cycle, which means he's going to be forced to go for an Xbow or Tesla or queen. Goes for queen. Going to go knight to block, and he can't go ability right now or it'll lock on to his tower, so actually his queen just forced to die, and my Xbow's on his tower, so that's going to be GG actually. If he rockets, I'll just go for another Xbow and log this back, and that's going to be it. So yeah, going to give the well played and good luck as well. Wish him luck in the rest of his global tournament run. And he didn't play too badly, honestly. Had some nice NATO plays. But that's going to be a really nice win for 25 wins. Very happy I was able to do it. And 35 crowns, so really nice crowns as well, actually. And yeah, Queenbow, Xbow Archer Queen, just doing work right now. That last matchup was, I would say, his matchup for sure, but I think I played pretty well. Honestly, just kept up pressure ever since the start, and he made a few misplays, so I was able to capitalize on them. We had some pretty good other matchups too in today's video. Honestly, I was able to finally escape all the Earthquake players for once, and I got LumberLoon Freeze, which is a pretty good matchup, especially with the Queen, and Graveyard Freeze too. And then I was able to beat the two Earthquake matchups at the start, which was just really nice. And yeah, I would say that matchup maybe isn't as bad as it could be, the Xbow one, if he doesn't have the Spirit, because it's lower cycle, but yeah, this really I was able to win, and that's going to do the video, guys. So 25 wins. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you're able to learn something for everyone who requested for this video. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.